Hello, everybody. It's Barbara, and it is time for Pick a Stack Wednesday. Today, we're not starting with the golden singing bell. We're starting with this fabulous heart chakra crystal singing bowl. So that should open up your heart chakra a little bit, help you get ready to receive. If you are new to Pick a Stack Wednesday, this is what we do here. Your mission is to think of an idea, issue, or question in your life, in a loved one's life, in your community, in your family, or the whole world. And then you choose a stack. This is stack number 1, stack number 2, or stack number 3. You can also choose 2 stacks, or you can choose all 3 stacks. There's no rules here. Actually, you make the rules. So whatever feels right to you, that's what you go with. This is all about teaching you to use your intuition. That's your right brain. We've been programmed to use our left brain all our lives, so I'm trying to help you with your right brain. Use your intuition. Each stack contains 2 tarot cards from 2 different decks, 1 oracle card, and a crystal. And each stack tells a story. And before we get started, I just want to talk about our backdrop today because it's very special. This is a painting that was created by one of the veterans out at the Eagles Healing Nest here in Sauk Center. And he gave it to us yesterday. I think that is absolutely sweet and beautiful. And I told him that I was going to put it in today's Pick a Stack Wednesday. His name is Patrick. So thank you very much, Patrick, because I know you're going to watch my video. And yay to all the veterans for being so creative and bringing out that creative side in yourselves. We've got a couple of my dragons that I make. I'm just going to move them aside here. And then they are sitting on this fabulous crystal wood knot that was created by another veteran friend of ours. His name is Mike, and he combines these amazing wood knots with beautiful crystals. And this one's already spoken for. I do have a whole bunch of other pieces of his in my shop for sale, but this one is already spoken for. So let's just put these guys back so you can see them. Oh, the pink one is filled with clear quartz, and this white one is filled with selenite. So my dragons aren't just pretty, they're also energy generators. For example, like this one here, the selenite one, it's selenite, it's brass, there's a neodymium magnet in it, it's an energy generator, and it also helps get rid of negative energy. This is a clear quartz one, so this is good for heart chakra, but it's also an amplifier. So that is going to be, for today, for Pick a Stack, it's amplifying all the energies that we're sending out to you. So healing energies go out to everybody. All right, so having said that, let's get started. So if you chose stack number 1, your stone is opalite. And it's so funny. My guides picked the crystals and the cards and everything. And today it was, okay, what are we going to do? And I'm walking around my shop, and it was like this little turtle was going, pick me, pick me, pick me. And I was laughing the whole time because I was thinking I'm going to pick stones, right? No, you get a turtle. And he is just so cute. Look at him. And there's etchings on his back. I don't know if you can see that. His little turtle shell. So he's made out of opalite, which is man-made, but it does have frequency and it does have energetic qualities. So it's good for meditating, improving communication, removing energy blockages from your chakras and meridians, can help with transitions, whatever that may be. We're in the middle of a transition right now in our world. It could be a transition of someone leaving this world. It could be a transition, in a relationship or a job, but it helps us with persistence. And it can also help us verbalize our feelings and get them out. especially if you're a cute little turtle. So that is your stone. And your first card, excuse me, is from the Tarot of Dreams. And it is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Now, I want you to look at this. You got the moon in the background. You got all these cups down here. And this person is climbing the stairs. And I also want to point out that this person or being is glowing. It's like you're leaving the 3D world and you are going up the steps into 5D. The way these are gold is a very 3D material possession. And there's nothing gold up here. It's like these columns that we're going to step on even just kind of disappear. They're not fully physical. So if you chose stack number 1, this is an affirmation that you are going in the right direction and you are doing what you need to do to, I don't want to use the word step up, but it just came to me. You're stepping up to help you on that ascension journey. So I'm supposed to say, congratulations, good job, whatever it is you're doing. You're meditating, you're exercising, you're eating higher frequency foods, and you're leaving those low frequency foods behind. That would be fast food, processed food. Eat those higher frequency foods. Do the higher frequency things. 3D is where we worry, we have fear, and we concentrate on material possessions and things. When we start letting go of everything, we start getting lighter. So congratulations on whatever it is you're doing. And we're going to add to that from the Spirit Song Tarot deck. Oh, and it's the 7 of Acorns. Can you see that? No, 7 of Acorns. Now that's equivalent to the 7 of Fire or the 7 of Wands. This is determination. So these two paired together, you're already going up this journey here, this path, and you're showing determination. Now, Acorns is fire, remember? And 7 is you're on the right path. And this is a fiery path. It's like, I am passionate about this path. Maybe you're trying to lose weight and you're really passionate about doing it. Kudos to you. Maybe you're passionate about going for a hike every day and being out in nature. Kudos to you. You're showing that determination. Maybe you're just, taking that path to the couch. Okay, kudos to you. If you're determined to do that and that's what makes you happy, then that's what you do. There's no judgment here. We don't judge. Judgment is 3D. The higher you go, the less judgment there is, because you need to just be. And whatever that means to you, it means something different to you than it does to anybody else. But whatever it means to you, good for you for doing it. Listen to your inner guide. Whatever you got to do to be on this proper path, and when I say proper path, I mean the proper path for you. You're doing it and you're showing determination. So keep being determined. Because look at, these steps are just going to keep appearing and you're going to get lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, so your third card is from the Chakra Reading Card deck and it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Look at it with that background. This is the family card. You're a family of little monkeys. Look at this little one right here. Oh, they cut his face off, but there's this one and this one. They're so cute. Here's another little baby one right here. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So we're just going to set that there. And it's card number 5. Now this is, you can tell by the color around the edge of the cards, this is root chakra. It looks really good with that background. And it says, this card is a reminder to let you know the energy of your ancestors is surrounding you. Now this does not mean your ancestors were monkeys, okay? It's just saying that, family is around you. Now, another thing too is when we say family, like for me personally, my children are on the other side. And so I don't want to just say ancestors. I like saying family because I'm their ancestor and I'm here. So if you've lost children, and they're on the other side, and they're not lost, they're guiding you. Let's just say family instead of ancestors here. The energy of your family is surrounding you. It's a powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any family karma. It has been understood for thousands of years that we carry through our bloodlines old patterns and karma from those family members who walked before us. Just like some physical issues can be handed down the family line, so can emotional, mental, and spiritual imbalances. There is a big chance that any challenges you are going through at this time could be connected in some way to family karma. Take a moment to tune in and ask where this pattern or challenge is coming from. You can do this by quieting the mind and taking some time to be still and to listen. And one of the things I want to point out too is a lot of times a woman will think her familial karma is from the women before her. And what you're doing is you're limiting yourself. Don't assume that the karma that you have is from your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, because it can also be from your father, grandfather, great-grandfather. So once you identify the root of the issue, you can simply light a candle and have a conversation in your mind with that family member. See yourself handing back the issue to this ancestor. They place this energy into their heart where it transmutes into something positive, and then they hand it back to you. Now place it in your heart for healing. Allow this energy to release you from this karma as you now receive the love, wisdom, and guidance from your ancestors. Family is an integral part of life. We are born into these little tribes for a reason. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. So that is really cool. We've never gotten that card before in a pick a stack. And I feel that's really powerful. And you have to remember that our family is with us. All you have to do is start thinking about that person. Have a conversation with them and boom, they're here. That happens with my children all the time. And then they give me a sign. Hey, hi, Mom. Here I am. And of course, then I cry. It's all good. So this is your stack today. We've got family, the 8 of cups, and the 7 of acorns. So kudos to you for doing all that hard work. You are on the right path. Keep it up. So that is stack number 1. If you chose stack number 2, your stone is rose quartz. And today we have this rose quartz dragon head to represent our rose quartz. Rose quartz, we've got Valentine's Day right around the corner. Rose quartz is an awesome stone for Valentine's Day because this is the stone of what? Unconditional love. And this means unconditional love, not just of others, not just of God, creator, source, spirit, but also unconditional love of ourselves. So this is a heart chakra crystal. It can also be family love. We were just talking in stack number 1 about family. And it can be romantic love too. So it's a very gentle, soothing crystal. It's all about forgiveness and compassion and kindness. It is good for increasing your self-esteem and self-worth and balance your emotions. This is all about healing. This is healing the heart. And I feel like we need to heal the heart of the whole world, not just the people of the world, not just the animals and the plants and the trees, but also Mother Earth herself. So we're going to send rose quartz healing all around the planet and into the planet today. Okay. So let's just set that there. And your first card is from the Tarot of Dreams deck. Sweet. So this is my newest deck. This is the Palace of Swords. Now, in this deck, we get 4 extra cards. All tarot decks have 78 cards. that's the structure. But this deck has 4 extra cards. When you go from ace to 10, and then you jump into, Jack, Queen, King, which is really, like page or knight or princess, to queen to king, king is usually the top of that suit, except in this deck, it's the palace. And today we have the Palace of Swords. Swords are air energy. Swords are truth. What I feel on this, in this particular situation, is you've made it. You've done everything. This is all about the truth. And this is where I know some of my people are like, oh God, not more swords. I've been working. But this is where the swords are stored. This isn't us carrying those swords around anymore. We've released the swords, and now the swords are stored in the palace. Okay? And it's the truth. This card is the Palace of Truth. It's the House of Truth. It's where we store our swords. Because someday we may need one of those swords. We might need a sword. We got to cut cords. We have to defend our home, whatever we need to do. But we need a place to store all those swords. Otherwise, we're carrying them around. So this is where we're storing the swords. And this is another congratulations card. We had a congratulations in stack number 1. Now here's another congratulations for stack number 2, because you've made it and you got a place to store your swords. So your next card is from the Spirit Song Tarot deck, and it's the 3 of Crystals. And I just love this card because it's represented by this beautiful bee. And I'm going to put it really close. And the bee has the infinity symbol on it. You see that? So it's divine. This is the divine bee. And the 3 of Crystals is equivalent to the 3 of Pentacles or the 3 of Earth. This is a very earthly card. This is all about people or beings coming together to work together. And, there's that saying, busy as a bee. So it's beings working together. Being not just busy, but working on fulfilling something, collaborating together. It's maybe it's making a new home. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's a group of people that are going to make a change in the world because you see something that's wrong with it. But it's people coming together. So you've got the place where you can store your swords. You no longer need to carry those. You've let them go. And now you're free. You have less baggage. So you can actually start something new. And because it's crystals or earth, this is something that's going to help the earth. It's going to help the planet. It's going to help the 3D reality. We're going to create a group that's going to help us move up into 5D. It's going to help us move up into here. Look at how beautiful that is. I could totally live there. Yeah, even with all the swords. So this is if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, we're starting this group and we're going to, help do blah, blah, blah. We're going to save some children. We're going to educate some children. We're going to, whatever it is. If somebody comes up to you and says that, really pay attention, because here's your message and it means it's going to be good and you're going to be a part of it. So just know that. And your oracle card is from the chakra reading card deck, and it's 28. 2 plus 8 is 10, which reduces down to a 1. This is a new beginning card, so it goes perfectly with this. We've released everything. We're storing the swords in the palace. We're going to be part of some new group. And here's a new beginning card. And this is card 28, which is visualization. Oops, we're getting a lot of... Is that better? That's better. I have skylights overhead and I have windows over to the south side. So we get glare in here. So this is the third eye chakra. And it says, you have attracted this card into your awareness today because this is a creative time of visualization for you. Visualization is a tool for manifesting your desires and dreams and a powerful way for you to receive visions and messages from the spirit world. When we visualize, we activate the third eye chakra, and yours is currently expanding and awakening. You are encouraged to practice exercises that enhance this process, such as meditation and breath work. The color of the third eye chakra is violet. So you may like to imagine this color streaming into your third eye as it expands and awakens to its full potential. In this opening, you will receive strong visions and deep wisdom. Now, I just want to interject here that when we receive visions, we don't always have to interpret those. When I do healings and readings for people, one of the things I do, unless I am given a very, very powerful knowing what that vision means, sometimes they just show me pictures of words so I get it right. If I'm shown a red apple, it is not my job necessarily to interpret what that red apple means to you. My job is to say, this is what I see. I see this apple. It's a red delicious. Nobody's taking a bite out of it. This is the background. It's your job to interpret what that means to you. Okay? So if anybody says, oh, I see an apple and this is what it means, ask them why they think that. If they're just guessing or they're just using their own interpretation, they're not being told specifically, then you need to visualize it and figure out what it is for you specifically. Trust what is coming through for you through your third eye. You will also deepen your intuition and psychic abilities as the third eye awakens. Now, do you need to be afraid of this? No, you don't need to be afraid. We've been trained and programmed to be afraid of our third eye. Why? Because it gets us closer to those that are higher than us. And if I'm closer to God, source, spirit, creator, then what do I need certain groups for? I don't. And that's what they're afraid of, because then I'm not going to give them money. And I'm also not going to be easy to control. If I'm close to God myself, I don't need somebody to interpret for me. Okay? I'm much harder to control. So you may have been receiving strong signs and messages from your guides from the spirit world. It is important that you slow down for a moment and go within to see what you are being shown. You could also be receiving signs from the earthly world and are encouraged to pay more attention to the visions around you. So this is all about paying attention to everything that's around you. It can be feathers, it can be pennies, it can be cardinals, it can be whatever has some kind of meaning to you and to your spirit guides or to your ancestors or family. One of the things that you can do is have an agreement with your spirit guides. Grandma, whenever I want an affirmation from you, I would like it to be something with violets. And then Grandma says, okay, all right, I'll show you a violet. I have all kinds of stories that, I could share. I could talk all day long about all the stories of events in my life where I've received messages from the other side, because I talk to them and I say, all right, Grandma, your affirmation for me is violets. Grandpa, your affirmation for me is a snowflake. And, there's a meaning behind that. But just know that when you set that tone, then they know how to communicate with you. If you just say, hey, give me a sign, it could be anything. But if you say, hey, Grandma, violets, then don't be surprised if somebody shows you a picture of violets, or somebody walks in to where you work and they have a shirt on with violets. Okay? Pay attention to the higher realms information, and pay attention to the 3D messages that They worked really hard to get to you. All right, that was stack number 2. Let's go to stack number 3. Stack number 3 is hematite. And today hematite is represented by this hematite ring. Hematite helps draw tension out of the body. It's really good for getting rid of negative energy, releasing anger and jealousy. I worked in the corporate world for 28 years, and I had carpal tunnel because I worked on computers all day long. And there's no way I would ever have surgery on my wrists. So I wore a hematite bracelet on both of my wrists, and I don't have carpal tunnel anymore. So I'm a firm believer in the fact that it increases circulation. It can also help with headaches because that is decreased blood flow in the brain. So holding hematite up to your head when you have a headache is very good. It can also help with your left brain, logic, analytical processes, mathematical processes. It's good for so many things. It's good for times of grief and sorrow. The nice thing about the ring is if you have arthritis, you can wear it. Okay, it won't fit on all the way on that finger. Yes, it will. Oh, that far. If you have arthritis, you can wear this, and it helps increase the circulation in your hand. Having said that, though, if you wear this as a ring and you smack your hand down on a counter, this can break. And then I tell people, if you break your hematite ring, just give it to Mother Earth. She'll take care of it. All right, your first card in stack number 3 is from the Tarot of Dreams. And it is the King of Wands. This is the King of Fire. This dude has made it. And look at how serious he is. He's like, okay, I made it this far. Now I got to teach others. I got to take care of others. I have to watch over my people. And fire is all about passion. I got to do it with passion. I have to love my people. This can be your family. It can be your coworkers. It can be just a group of friends. But this is all about caring about your people. And we're going to match that up with the 5 of crystals, which is the 5 of earth. Persistence, but also new possibilities. When you reach this level, guess what? You take care of your people, but you also have new opportunities of doing things that you couldn't do before while you were getting up to that point. While you were getting up to that point, you were working on getting up to that point. Now you're there and you're like, okay, I'm going to watch over my people, but what am I going to do with the rest of my time? Well, we're going to come up with new things that we can do. We're in a higher position. We have more resources, so we can help people by creating new groups, by creating new stuff, whether it's material things or bringing people together or, building bridges, whether physical or non-physical. But we're in a new position right now because we're higher up where we can do new things. And this little ladybug is giving us new possibilities. Okay? All right. So our third card is from the chakra reading card deck, and it is inner strength. Well, isn't that interesting to go with those other 2 cards, persistence and being the king? This is all about that strength it took to get there, but now we're there and we need to rely on the inner strength again. It's going to be a new inner strength because we're at a new level. But that new inner strength is going to help us do what we need to do going forward. And it's card number 14, which is a 5, which goes right along with that 5 of crystals. And let's see what card number 14 says. That's going to be the solar plexus chakra because it's gold around the edges. And it says, I have the strength to face all of life's challenges with grace. You received this card today as a reminder that it is time to call on your inner strength. You have the ability to deal with anything in your life. We are all a part of the universe, which has magnificent power and energy available to us at all times. You are being invited to connect to, acknowledge, and call upon the incredible strength that lies within you. Life may be challenging for you at present, and you are reminded that you have the tools and the ability to conquer anything and everything that comes your way. Listen, you've made it this far to this point in your life. You've overcome so many obstacles to get here. So obviously, you can overcome whatever obstacles are in your way right now. So whether it's an emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual challenge, know that you have the strength to move through it and come out the other end empowered. It's time to trust that you are strong enough and courageous enough to move through this difficult time and learn some powerful life lessons. The universe is always giving you opportunities to build inner strength. It is up to you to take on the challenge and rise from the ashes like the phoenix. You may be required to look at your situation from a different point of view, or even be willing to let go of some old belief systems that are weakening your inner strength. Let go of all that old stuff, okay? Just let go of all of it. Whatever it is you're being guided to do, make sure to listen and put it into action. Listen and put it into action. Yes, you need to do that. You have the courage of a lion, and it is time to roar and embrace this part of you in its totality. Yes, you've got this. You've got this, Stack 3 people. You do. You got that hematite for grounding. And I support everything that you do. So, many blessings, my beautiful soul family. I love you. May you be blessed with love, light, peace, joy, happiness, success, divine health, and all good things, because you are worthy and you deserve them. Namaste.